One Saturday night, there was a major thunderstorm in the area and tornado warnings. And the music team, the worship team had just led us in music, and I got up to preach. And just when I opened my Bible, there was an awful clap of thunder, lightning that scared the spit out of me, and the power went out. And it was so black, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. People were twittering everywhere. I was praying, Lord, you could have waited till I read the text. After all, it is your word. And then I thought, because they were so scared, I ought to do something. So I felt my way down from that stage down to the front row until I found it. And then I stood up and I said, listen to me. Everybody got quiet. I said, we're all going to die. If you're not a believer, we're glad you're here. But if I were you, I'd do business with Jesus really quick. It might help if you tell him that you died in church, but I don't think so. And then I told a joke and we laughed, and I tried to remember what I was going to say in the sermon, and we got through it. I was trying to make them feel better, and me too. It was called whistling in a graveyard. But I've been thinking about that. It is dark. It is bad, and we are going to die. And if you're not a believer, I would do business with Jesus. You say, how do you do that? It's a lot simpler than you think it is. I've never understood why we do so much training in evangelism and shooting guns. Both are relatively simple. With guns, you got to get the business end of that thing in the right direction and know where the trigger is, and you're good to go. Why do you have to go through weeks of training? And to be a Christian, all you got to do is go in the right direction too. Run to Jesus. Do you know that there's a holy God and you're in serious trouble, and someday you're going to stand before him and you don't have a prayer? Not even one. You're in serious trouble. What do? Run to Jesus. That's it. See, he died on a cross so that you'd be forgiven, accepted forever, live forever, be free, have meaning. And all you got to do is ask. You say, that's it? Yeah, I've been trained in hours and hours of evangelism. And the only reason they do that, it doesn't take a brain surgeon. The only reason they do that is so that we'll do what we could have done without the training, but think we can do if we get the training. Are you screwed up? You have trouble sleeping at night, you feel guilty, you know there's a God, and you want him to just leave you alone. Let me tell you something, that's the first step. The second step is run to him and tell him so. And he never, ever turned anybody away. Ever.